G'day and hello beautiful people, it is Mimo here. I hope you're all having a splendid day, afternoon, evening, night, whatever the time wherever you are. I hope this holiday season is treating you well. But for now, let's jump straight into some more Walking Dead Road to Survival. We are back in Ascendance, and the reason being is there is a new character. Well, I guess there's been a few new characters, right? We've had Christmas, Michonne, Richard, Rick. But the one I want to talk about is Joshua, and the reason being is, number one, I have him available for Ascendance, and number two, he's a pre-existing character, which means there are plenty of players out there that will have him available, and are probably wondering, should I or shouldn't I ascend him? And that's what we're going to talk about right now. So without further ado, let's jump into his player card, and at first glance he looks like a solid player, and there are a lot of things to like on this card and a lot of things that will catch people's eyes and probably cause them to ascend this player, which isn't a bad thing in the end. We'll start off with his stats here. 1,416 attack. That's a bit low compared to other 6 stars. It's a bit disappointing, but you know what? It's almost double the attack that you're going to get with the majority of epics, so not complaining at all. When you come over to the defense, you got 1,632. The HP is 1,796. You sort of look at those stats and then you look at his role. His role is damage. But yet he looks more like a tank player there with the stats. He's got defense in the 1600s, you know, HP in the 1700s. He looks more like a tanky player, but yet his damage and his attack's that low. But the reason for that would be his adrenaline rush. So we'll move on over to that. He starts off with a 66 AP rush when it is maxed out. That's good. That's mighty fine in my eyes. That looks brilliant. You got to think that 90% of 6 stars sit at the 76 AP rush. He's 10 AP quicker. The fastest 6-star rush at the moment is a 58 AP. You know, he's only 8 off that. 66, that's a good number. I quite like that. 66 AP on a 6-star goes well. You know, the 3 6s, 666. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Depending on you, I guess. But we've got the 3 6s happening there. What does the rush consist of? Something we also like, which is 400% damage and 100% heal reduction for 2 turns to a line of enemies. Now please do us all a favour, myself included, and make sure you're hitting the outside line. Please, just do it. Hit the 2 players instead of the 1. Do not waste it. Don't waste this rush on 1 player, waste it on the 2. So 400% damage, like I said, his attack's a bit low for a 6-star, but at 400%, it's hitting hard. It is hitting hard. It's leaving a mark, most definitely it's leaving a mark, if not killing, depending on how low the health the player is on. Probably could kill a lot of 5 stars, actually. It probably could kill a lot of 5 stars. But if it does not kill, like I said, it prevents them from healing. 0, nada, you're not healing any percentage for 2 turns. You're not healing for 2 turns. Now, you can really inhibit someone's team if they can't heal. In the modern day Road to Survival, if you prevent people from healing, especially key players, a team it's jelly. It can turn into real jelly. Without healers, you won't last long. The battle will be over very, very quickly. You're just going to maul through things. So I'm a big fan of that adrenaline rush, and I think there are a lot of people out there, their eyes will be lit up just saying, I want that, I need that, I'm ascending him. And there's nothing wrong with that because it is a great adrenaline rush. You got to think of all the Tyreses running around, how well that adrenaline rush will go. He has a great active skill as well with the recover from stun. So up to 2 enemies recover from that stun. It has a maximum of 5 uses, 2 day, we don't want a 2-day cooldown, a 2-turn cooldown. Pretty nice. You got, and that's another great attribute to him, and it definitely adds to his why you should ascend him list, because you got to think of all the Mirabelles running around, all these reds with these stun weapons running around, all these greens with the stun weapons running around. Yes, I put my hand up. I'm one of those people with all the green stun weapons that are running around, and all the Shivas that are mauling your ass with the stun. Great. That can allow your team to recover and sort of take them back on and be like, you know what? You thought you stunned me. I thought I was out, but you know, I'm not out. I'm back, homie. I'm back. So that can definitely help. So adrenaline rush, great. Active skills, great. And we move on to the specialist skill. And this is where the downfall sort of happens. I hate collateral damage. I'm not a fan of it at all, and I've hated it since my original Shiva had it, and I stopped using original Shiva very early on because of that collateral damage. It is more a nuisance to you rather than a benefit, and the reason being is, yes, it splash damage is at 100% attack, but the majority of the time, especially in the 5-star range, it would actually build up the AP of the enemy characters and set them off rather than kill them. On occasions, if someone was low enough on health, it might kill, but the majority of the time it would just set off their rushes and you'd be like, oh crap, I didn't want that to happen. That did the complete opposite. But the benefit of this being a 6-star and having such high attack stats is that it may change. That may change. It may actually, because the attack stats are naturally higher in the 6-star range, so they're going to hit harder with this splash damage. So maybe it might be a bit more effective in the 6-star range. I can't really tell you whether it is or it isn't at this stage because I honestly don't know. Just purely because the hit's going to be harder, maybe it might be more effective, or maybe it might do the exact same thing it did in the 5-star range and just set people's rushes off and help them build AP when it splashes. And it's RNG. You can't get it done, you know, it's not going to have consistent times of where it goes off, and you know, when you need it in critical moments, it may or may help, not help, or may do the wrong thing. You know, it's one of those things. So collateral damage, it's one of my least favorite specialist skills, so that's the reason I'm like, maybe I shouldn't ascend you just yet. I'm sort of going to be one of those people that sits on the fence and wait for everyone else to tell me how theirs went and whether it was good or not, and then I'm going to be like, jump on board at the end and, you know, get him when I know this, either that the collateral damage works or it doesn't work or how it's going to go. Maybe I'm going to be like that. I'm going to be that much of a douchebag. But anyways, let me know what you think of Joshua. Are you going to ascend him? Do you like collateral damage? Is it enough to prevent you from ascending him? You know, I don't know at this stage, but as always, I hope you did enjoy. I wish you all the best through Christmas, New Year's, and always remember how awesome you are. Bye.
Days of light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows.